Hi, my name is Alexandria Binger, and I'm taking a business communications course, and I had to find a solution to a problem that a company is having. Now, I chose the company Binger Financial Services, and a little information about them is that they are a insurance provider, and they help companies with insurance. A little bit of background about them. Mr. Binger is the CEO and founder. He started this company back in 2015. He's been in the financial world for about 35 years. And when I met up with him, he told me a little bit about what he does and some of the products that he sells. Now, we are living in Florida, and usually during the hurricane months is when he gets his influx of money and how he really sustains his business throughout the months. But when it is not hurricane season, he needs other forms of business to help his business grow and maintain. So he does cyber risk, property and casualty, workers' comp, directors and officers, he does benefits, flood insurance, robbery, reinsurance, bonding. He does commercial lending, commercial real estate, business acquisitions and mergers, and equipment leasing. A problem that he is having is that he has a hard time reaching churches to provide insurance and lending services to. After meeting up with Mr. Binger a couple of times, I started to realize that his problem was reaching out to churches, but that he has to find a larger company, such as mutual funds, insurance provider, to take him on and kind of branch out and expand his own business. So he would get some financial backing from a larger business if they would take him on. He has to prove to these larger businesses that he can handle the influx of responsibility and cash flow, and that he would be able to pretty much help their business grow as well. Now, he's doing churches. He's only focusing on Baptist churches. It's my suggestion that he kind of branches out and reaches out to temples and mosques and other religious sectors to help him hit his goal for the end of the year. Now, I asked him how is he reaching out to these churches in the first place. He told me that typically he goes out door to door and hands out his information, and he kind of relies heavily on social media to get his business out there. I came up with a solution to his problem in terms of reaching these churches and how he's going to reach them. And this is the process that I came up with. He would first go into a database and find churches in a close radius. He would find the names, phone numbers, and addresses close in radius and send out a mailing list. Of these mailing lists, if any churches respond, let's say he does 10 and 5 respond, he would go then to a virtual assistant. Now, these virtual assistants would now kind of be like an automated system thing where they would explain to these churches the businesses they provide and pretty much how they would like him to represent him as an insurance owner company. Once, let's just say out of these 10, 5 respond, 3 say, yes, we would like to go ahead and make further contact. That is when Mr. Binger would reach out and physically go out to these churches and sit down with them and sign a contract in terms of insurances and the things that he provides. The solution that we came up with is expanding his business and bringing in 10 churches a month for the year. As of right now, Mr. Binger brings in about half. He does about 3 to 5 a month, which is not bad, but in order to show these major companies that he can handle the influx, he would have to bring in about 2 more people. Right now he has about 2 staff members and 2 volunteers. So I think by expanding his business and bringing in 10 churches a year, he would be able to reach his target amount of churches that he has to do, which is pretty much, I would say, $250,000 a year. So about 10 churches a month, 22 is his kind of goal that he would like to bring in. The action plan that he would do for bringing in these churches is branch out to other religious sectors, try mosques, temples, synagogues, close in radius. And then once you have these areas covered, go ahead and branch out. Right now he's focusing on Pinellas. He can branch out and do Hillsborough and other areas in the St. Pete area, Tampa, Tarpon, Palm Harbor. He can branch out once he has St. Pete, his local home base, tackled. I believe that branching out and reaching out to other religious sectors and going outside of his St. Pete home will help bring in the churches that he needs, which is doubling up with what he's bringing in right now. He would have a larger insurance big database and bring in more profit for the year. And that's pretty much what we discussed. The problem that he is having is doubling his church intake, and the solution is to kind of branch out of his comfort zone of St. Pete, do Hillsborough, and rather than just staying in Pinellas, and also not just limiting himself to Baptist churches, but doing temples and synagogues and other religious sectors. That way, a larger insurance group can take him on and say, we like what you are doing, we see that you can handle more business, and we would like to take you on and provide that financial backing, so that way you can bring us more profit as well.